and I'm geeked up. Don't come with that weak stuff. Marshawn, I'm in beast mode. I'm a G nigga, live the G code. Off the sauce and I'm geeked up. Don't come with that weak stuff. Marshawn, I'm in beast mode. I'm a G nigga, live the G code. Nickelodeon, I'm all that.
Space City Brothers podcast. Dang, we had a whole spiel and that shit is lost, and I don't feel like doing it again because I'm not annoyed.
Launching from the home of the Plays of Pimps, as always, I am your host, Henry Pendergrass, aka Spacey Tev, and alongside of me is my co-host and brethren in arms,
the producer of all this shit, Space City Walt. Being very annoyed by technology and when things are acting strange. But I'm gonna ride through it. Yeah,
that's all you can do.
So Spider-Man DLC.
Yeah,
it's been out for what, like 3 weeks.
Fuck if I know. I'm so on Red Dead, I don't even know this shit.
I've completed it.
Was it good?
Yeah, I mean it's basically the game, except you're just doing a different thing than you were doing before. So it's Heist DLC is Catwoman. So basically she's like stealing shit from mobsters, because after you took down hold on, spoiler alert, but it's old, so I don't care.
It's new to me, nigga. Well, I'm probably not gonna play that shit.
After you took down all the after you took down Otto Octavius and Silver Sable kind of dip off, so the Hammerhead is like, you know what, it's our time again. It's time for the mobsters, the crime family that because Kingpin was keeping them held down. And so Hammerhead is trying to steal like a painting, and then you go to thwart that, and you actually find out that Black Cat is like stealing, I guess, just items of the mobsters that are like flash drives, USB drives.
Of course, there's always flash drives and USB drives. They hold either money or
like some information. So she's stealing them, and you're like trying to figure out why, for one, why she's back, and two, why she's stealing that. But she's also like stirring up the mobsters and shit. So you keep trying to like thwart their efforts, but she keeps like beating you to them. And so finally you track her down, and at one point she says like, I have to do. He's like, well, you need to stop because you fucking shit up. And she's like, I have to do it because Hammerhead has my son.
Oh, I see where this is going.
And he's like, what? And then apparently they was fucking, and he's wondering if the kid is his. And then he like ends up wondering that out loud to Mary Jane.
Yeah.
And she's like, I need to process this. It hangs up.
That's all you gotta do, bruh.
And then here's the thing. So he's not even sure if the kid is his. He's never seen it. He's not able to see it. Yeah. Here's my thing. So Peter Parker was having unprotected sex with Felicia, wasn't using the pull-out method properly, and then he's not even sure if he had a kid with her.
Letting it go up and letting that web go up.
Just letting it fly. And not even like, just what?
Thick ropes.
It's like, bro, this isn't Vietnam era where it's just like, this ain't World War II where it's like, okay, I'm going to this war. I'm gonna just get it while I can before I'm stuck with a bunch of dudes in a trench.
Yeah.
And nobody's trying to wear condoms, and all of a sudden you come back, it's like, oh, you have a kid. Like, nigga, this ain't Forrest Gump. Like, you can't just be told 10 years later that you have a kid.
Like you and your college girlfriend been fucking for so long, and then y'all graduate and separate and shit, and you see her 10 years later, she's like, this
is your son.
Oh, not even this is your son. This is Jared. You look at that nigga from like, how old is he? 10 years. You start doing math in your head and shit, and you be like, looking at him strangely and shit.
And see, in this, you don't see the kid. So he's just wondering if it's his. But it's like, bro, how you don't know if you didn't impregnated a woman, or if you at the least been appropriately pulling out? Are y'all just like go? Does the spider
look? Nigga, sometimes shit happens.
Do the superpowers give you like extra rounds and shit? Where
Probably.
You don't even know whether or not you even bothered to pull out.
Spidey sense don't work.
Like, what the hell?
You'll get that tingle.
That makes no goddamn sense.
Look, hey, my nigga say, look, shit happens, bro. He probably was pulling out. He just sometimes you just want that extra 2-3 strokes. And you just need that extra 2-3 strokes in just to get that real good one.
No, I'm absolutely not trying to have a kid.
But what the kid is, that's all I want to know.
So here's the thing.
They never actually say.
No, you get to the last mission where y'all work together, and then even at that, she kind of leaves you hanging when all the Hammerheads, like, extra goons show up and, like, in Sable ATV, yeah. What's it called? Sable,
tanks and shit.
Yeah, Sable APCs with the turrets and shit, and niggas hopping out with Gatling guns. So you gotta fight a bunch of dudes, and then you check the building. It's just a vault, and it's just she convinces you that it's her son that's locked up there.
It's probably just money.
But it's just a flash drive, and then she locks you in the vault.
Wow.
And then you escape when guys go in to check it, and then he overhears them saying that Hammerhead just wants Felicia dead, so he doesn't care whether or not she has the drive. He's just gonna have her killed. So you race to where she lives, and then when she's at the door, it blows up just before you can get there. So it's like,
so they never really had kids.
She never had a kid. Son? She just lied to him. It's like, come on, fam. Like, why you gotta lie to my nigga?
She's still alive too, because you can't just kill Black Cat.
Yeah, but why? Come on, Peter. Like,
because she needed the nigga to help.
But everybody just lies to Peter so easily. He just
believes him.
Yeah, he just takes.
I had a son. I'd be like, really?
What he look like?
What he look like? Give me a picture of him.
Let me see.
Since you got a son.
Let me see.
Oh, you ain't got no picture of him? How convenient. How convenient, Black Cat, that you ain't got no picture. You got a cell phone, but you ain't got no pictures of your son on
Here's
you.
Another dumb thing that happens.
Mine ass.
So, a cop tells you that he was tracking her dad, the original Black Cat, but he couldn't find all the art he stole. So he asked you to, it's like an old cop, and he asked you to help him find it. And is that Black Cat had them in like a bunch of like faux building parts around the city, so it'll be like on the top of a building disguised as like an AC unit or like a chimney. So you go around, you're looking for him, and he's like, oh, he left these radioactive isotopes on him, so he would be able to track them later without having to have like a map. So you can like use your spider suit technology to like tell what's
radioactive isotopes.
So you can tell what's like the fake building part. So it'll be like a chimney or like a AC unit or some. He
has a lot of time to do a lot of this shit.
Some floating shit. So you going around finding it, and then at the end he's like look after Felicia for me. He's like, what? He's like, that sounded weird. Let me try to call him back. He's like, no. It's like, oh, this number's disconnected. He's like, what the hell? Then he goes to the police station. And then the dude's like, no, there's not anybody here by that name. And then the dude calls it back. He's like, so you're Felicia's father? He's like, yeah. It's like, but she thinks you're dead. He's like, yeah, I wanted to keep it that way for her own safety. And it's like, so you dupe me. And it's like, he's like, thanks for the helps. So basically, you find you don't even find, you collect this shit for him. And here's the thing: when you find them, you basically just yank off the fake building part, and then he's like, oh, just leave it there, and I'll keep note of it. And have the police come pick it up. But it's like all the way on like the 20th floors of buildings. It's like, why wouldn't? It's like, come on, Spider.
You just want me to bring it to you?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't Spider-Man be like, I'm gonna leave it here? No, that doesn't sound right. I'm gonna bring it personally to the police station.
He's fucking stupid.
Just so.
Spider-Man is a genius.
And he didn't even have to work that hard to get him to do it. Or what? Fuck it. He didn't even have to work that hard to get him to do it. He's just like, hey, can you find these for me? I'm an old man.
I'm an old man.
And Spider-Man's like, yeah, I got you, bro. And then he's like, oh, he left these radioactive isotopes so he could be able to easily find them.
You know a lot about this shit. At no point is niggas like, how you know that, nigga? Fuck out of here.
How did you uncover this information while working for the fucking NYPD?
NYPD. Really?
Like, I've been doing all the heavy lifting for y'all asses for the last
since I became a motherfucking Spider-Man.
Like, I literally had to go in and save y'all from Kingpin's people who had RPGs and fucking assault rifles.
Regular ass assault rifles.
In a building that's wired to entirely blow up while y'all in there. And you tracking radioactive isotopes and shit.
I'm trying to find the art. What you need the art for, nigga? You retired. The fuck?
It was like he said it was like his last case that he needed to before he retired. It's like, nah,
you
bro,
lying fuck. I thought you would have said he would have took the paintings. He was a real cop. He would have took the paintings and ran and sold them hoes and retired off in Waikiki or some fucking tropical island.
Nah,
no,
he duped Spider-Man into
this nigga so easily duped. Why is her family so easily tricking this nigga? Black Cat tricked the fuck out of him, making her think nigga going through a midlife crisis, thinking, oh shit, I got a fucking criminal son out there. Turns out, you don't. Not at all. You don't think Black Cat is on the pill, nigga? Or it's not the pill these days. It's the IUDs.
Well, some people still use tablets. It's different methods. Well, but it was just whack.
Oh, the shots. You don't think she got a shot, boy?
It was just whack sauce.
That's why I said Red Dead 2, the game of the year, dog. I'm sorry. Spider-Man good,
no,
but
I disagree.
Spider-Man good. It's either gonna be actually, a magazine gave motherfucking Fortnite game of the year. That's like, you don't get that bullshit out of here.
When did Fortnite come out?
Like what, last year?
Fortnite. What was the official release date? If initial release date was 2017.
Yeah.
How you gonna get game of the year? Nah, fuck that. Fuck that.
It's like it beat out Red Dead. No, suck my dick. Shut the fuck up. Fortnite not even that good. It's a multiplayer game should never win fucking game.
Spider-Man to me is more enjoyable than Red Dead.
I don't see how, bro.
Red Dead is so immersive.
It's
such a chore.
It's not.
We're not getting into this again.
I just think it's a chore. It's really good.
It's a chore.
I'm playing the fuck out of that game.
I declare
a thumb war.
No, I think lit should just be deaded because...
No, I think white people stop using lit. Because white people they
just like abused it.
I
don't watch TV. I saw a commercial for a fucking minivan that had a song called Christmas Lit. It was called Christmas Lit. That I'm 100% sure was not made by a black person.
Of course not.
And then it was 3 white people. It was a mother and 2 kids. And they like hopped out the van and was like dancing in front of some people. I was like, no, it's dead now. It's truly dead. They have just
they ruined shit,
ruined
bro.
The fuck out of it.
Yeah, that's what they do.
I mean, I never said it because I hate how people have tried to just like shove it into
society and shit,
and it just
used to be just
to me, lit just means drunk. Like the nigga was drunk, he was lit. But people are like lit is
lit.
Yeah, but he's lit. It's like, no, this just doesn't sound.
I say lit right. The party, the nigga was lit up.
I just don't like it, and people just been
why you just ruin
heavily
slang,
using it,
bro?
and then white people are like, oh no, we're gonna use it now.
Go back to cutting words short, like pizza, saying za and da and all that bullshit. Don't stop taking black slang.
Well,
I saw a video.
They ruined lit.
I saw a video. It was I think it was a Vine or some shit, and the dude had to be the whitest guy ever, and he had like kids with him or some shit. So it's like, hey, come look at this, guys. I guess it's supposed to be like one of those play videos where it's like you make it seem like you're watching something, but it's not there. He's like, come look at this, guys, and the kids come up. He's like, the girl was like, I'm so shook. I was like, really? And the boy was like, oh, that's so lit. I was just like, bruh. Y'all make everything sound so corny. Y'all make everything sound so... Why do white people make everything sound so corny, bruh?
Ruin everything.
Remember when they ruined ass fuck?
Oh, AF?
Yeah, bro.
You know, it took me so long to figure out that meant ass fuck. I was like, it's fucking lit AF. Like, this shit's road AF. I'm like, what the... Even now, I have to tell myself that's what that means ass fuck. When I see, I just see AF.
Mm-hmm. They ruined the fuck out of that shit. This shit was lit. That Punky Spice was AF. Be like, bruh, just stop.
Just no thank you.
Just stop.
So De'Aaron Fox was in Houston. He played his high school basketball in Houston. He's in the NBA now. He's playing really well. And I remember my friend from college who lived in Katy, And he would go to those games. He would like take his younger sister to him just so they could see it. I think his sister went to that school, but I don't remember. I don't think. I don't know, maybe. But he was telling, like, I had saw him on Ball Is Life, but you know, he was just. To me, I don't care for people who are just like super fast athletes, but they can't necessarily shoot. I like people who can, you know, shoot.
Yeah.
As far as basketball players. So I was like, you know what? He's in Houston. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
But I'm not particularly
excited
a fan.
about him. Yeah.
And then it's like, oh shit, he about to go to Kentucky. I was like, and he started talking about it while he was in. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to show love. I like the Aaron Fox out. So then goes to Kentucky, whooped Lonzo's Ball's ass in the tournament. He whooped his ass, and then goes to the league. He's been playing well.
Yeah. At
the start of the season, shooting the jumper better also and shit. And so it made me think in the last week. It's like, who are the other, you know, kind of Houston high school basketball player talents that I should find and see? You know,
watch them progress through their fucking.
Yeah, and like see how they go. And I have no, you know, I didn't actually manage to bother to do any research beforehand.
You just want to think of something off the top of your dome?
Let me see.
You forget Brittany Griner's from the city.
Yeah, we got Brittany Griner. We got De'Aaron Fox. We got DeAndre Jordan.
Danny Green. I forgot. I always forget DeAndre Jordan. His dad goes in the TP sometime. My pops told me he met him and shit. It's funny, right?
It's weird.
I know, right?
Who else? We got Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler's from the city?
Yeah, he's from Tomball.
Really? Oh, he sure is from Tomball.
We got Justice Winslow. But you know, Miami Heat are not that good. So I was wondering who else is like.
Is D-Wade playing this year or did he retire?
He's playing this year. This is like it's gonna be his last season. Houston Sports High School.
Is Emo still with the Kings?
He is on the Pistons, but I have not seen like a single Pistons game.
Is not a nigga I thought would have made it because I don't, for some reason I keep thinking back to school and I never think
you got to get past that because he played.
He made the league. That's like
what,
but he never played in high school, did he? Oh, he did play he did play 5 stars.
He played 4 years of college ball.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
I did not even know that.
I'm trying to find high school sports.
I keep forgetting that.
No, we're gonna pencil this.
Save it for hoop swag.
Back. Nah, because I got enough shit on that. We're gonna pencil this.
You do, because I thought he was doing hoop swag today, and then I started looking up players and shit. I was getting ready to come in here, have basketball conversations, discussions and shit, and I look back on the thing, it's like, oh, episode 4. I was like, oh fuck. I'm doing late night cram sessions on basketball, listening to I'm listening to the Ringer podcast, which is goddamn, bro. I don't know how you listen to that shit.
I love the Ringer podcast.
It's so factual.
That's the point. I want to hear about what's going on. But it's like
kind of annoying factual.
No, I want to hear about.
It's definitely
I want to hear about I want to hear about what's going on. What do people think? What do they see? What are their opinions on what they see? And then like the shit I don't see because, you know, I'm not watching that many games.
I like Bohem.
And then like when some drama happens or some shit.
A good podcast for sports is like more lively is Bomani Jones. And then the Jenkins and Jones show, they talk a lot about basketball on the Jenkins and Jones show.
I don't know who those people are.
You gotta look them up, Jenkins and Jones and the Bomani Jones.
What did I say last week, Tevin? I'm not looking up shit people tell me to look up.
Oh, fuck you then, ho.
It's not happening. I'm not doing it. Not
what
ever.
Else?
Motherfucking so yeah, I'm gonna try to look up. I'm trying to look at these fucking Houston high school people, but it's turning into a difficulty. What series should I watch next? I think I'm gonna watch. Here's the thing. I haven't even watched Maniacs yet.
Oh, the one with Jonah Hill?
Yeah, I haven't even watched that yet.
That shit was trash.
I just finished Daredevil like last weekend.
Nigga, I have not even made it through the first season of Daredevil. I don't know why I cannot watch that
Daredevil is good.
I heard it's probably like the best of the Marvel series.
It is. It definitely is. It's not because there's nothing corny that they can end up doing. Like it's not like Iron Fist where he's just white privilege, and it's not Luke Cage where it's like, oh, it's supposed to be black, but it's like the white person's view of what should be black.
When you hit the dab in 2018, you know goddamn well ain't no black person write that shit.
Yeah, like
and
why
if they did not grow up in the Harlem.
Also, why? See here, we're gonna go back. Let me just throw out this one complaint that I still have about Luke Cage. When the dude had the suit that could just absorb force and then make him strong to output it, and they're trying to shoot him in his chest, it's like his whole chin was exposed. I would have shot him in the face. Like, bam, bam. Okay, his chest absorbed it. Shoot him in the mouth. I
don't think police could do that.
It wasn't police.
Oh, who was it?
It was the motherfuckers in the barbershop. And the dude from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's like bam, bam. Oh, it stopped at his chest. That's weird. Shoot him in the face. I just shot him in the mouth.
Bro, that's how this shit go.
Okay, so I need to watch Maniac, and I still haven't watched Punisher. I was gonna watch that.
I still haven't made it through Punisher either. Punisher is less like off the wall violence and more like really directed violence. Like it's less of like the old Punisher movies where like the nigga just fucking shoots somebody in the face or blows up a whole building or some shit, or he fights a nigga. Like that scene where he fought that one big ass nigga. It's less of that and more like the nigga gets hit. At one point in the series, this nigga almost died. I was just like, I ain't come here to watch that. I came here to see him shoot like 100 niggas and not have a scratch on him. Not even lose the ash off a cigarette. That's what I want to see. I want to see you scientifically tell me this. Yeah, this nigga's going against 5 people with a pistol and they have automatic rifles. Yeah, his chances of living are very slim. I don't want to see that shit.
I don't know.
I want to see a nigga shoot 30 niggas and not have nothing on him.
Okay, I'm gonna do Maniac, then Narcos, then Punisher.
Did you see the first 2 Narcos? First 2 seasons.
It was 3.
Was it 3? No, this is the 3rd season.
No, this is the 4th.
No, this is the 3rd season. Because I'm pretty sure it's the 3rd season. Technically, it's a whole different story, so...
Yeah, now it's Narcos Mexico.
That made me so mad because the title is the same song from the other 2 seasons. I was like, if it's gonna be Mexico, you should switch it up to like a more Hispanic song. I don't know why, it just sort of bugged the shit out of me when I heard this shit. I want to hear it.
No, this is the 4th. Narcos Mexico is a new season.
Oh damn. You know, my perception of time is shot.
That the 4th season would reset as a new Netflix original series titled Narcos Mexico. I told you it's 4. You can't tell me.
I'm my fault, nigga. Like, it was 2. Fuck.
Always wrong.
I don't even remember the second season. Shit.
The second season, season 2 continues where season 1 ended. Soldiers find Escobar and his entourage right outside the.
Oh yeah.
So the first season was them chasing after him.
That's second when he went to prison.
Yeah, when he built his own prison, it was operating out that hole, and they were like, "What the fuck?"
Was like, them niggas really let him build his own prison and live there.
I mean, he was blowing up the damn country, and it was like, it's like, nah, fuck this. Ain't nobody kidnapping none of our people. And then he goes, yeah, we need to start kidnapping people.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it.
And the third one was when they actually killed Pablo.
Is after they killed him, they went after the
Cali cartel.
Yeah, Cali
second
cartel.
one they killed.
But they didn't have the.
Yeah, okay, I remember now.
But see, the 3rd season they didn't have the dude from the first 2, so it was like kind of weird. And then
the white guy.
Yeah, and
but he's still narrating everything.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he's still.
I only watched
narrating everything. He's narrating this season too.
Let me see.
I'm pretty sure that's him narrating all this shit.
Nah, I think it was the
Hispanic guy. I don't think it's a Hispanic guy.
Yeah, I think it was I think it was Pedro. No, Javier. Because the second season doesn't have Steve in it at all. I mean, yeah, the 3rd season doesn't have Steve in it at all. It's just
but look who's narrating the shit. Like who's talking like on if it shows that shit.
It's not the same guy from the second season.
It's not?
No.
I thought they would have put. Yeah,
it's narrated by Pedro Pascal in season 3.
Okay. So I guess that's who they moved over to this season too. Then
let's see. I have to look up the Narcos.
Shout out to Michael Pena.
Narrated running time doesn't say narrated. It says Scoot McNairy as narrator and Agent Walt. So
yeah, ain't that who?
Nope, different people.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Entirely different people. So yeah,
they all got that 80s tough guy sound. I think that's what's fucking me up.
80s grumble.
Yeah.
So it's different narrators. Season 3 Season 3
was great. I don't care what you said.
Season
3 had me hooked when they had.
Season 3 is the third is the least best because it takes out it loses some of the intensity that having Pablo around did. Because sometimes it was like Pablo would just be staring at somebody and you don't know if he about to have him killed on the spot or if he's just like, yeah, you're right. It's just like, oh, it's like every time somebody has to come talk to him or tell him bad. Nah, but every time somebody has to come talk to him or tell him bad news, you don't know if he about to be like, now you owe me 60% and get the fuck out of here. Or it's like,
shoot him in the face.
Or it's like, oh shit, that's not good. Well, we're gonna have to think of something. Or it's like, you know what? It's okay. I love you. Come here. Give me a hug. Or it's just like, or he's just gonna be stabbed to death right on the spot. You never know at any point. That shit was so intense.
Bruh,
season 3 is like, oh, this is interesting. It was just interesting. It's like, oh, this is interesting.
I thought it was
this
good.
Is interesting. But it didn't have this, like, I watched season 1 and 2 straight through, like in my crib, like with all the lights off and shit, and that shit was so intense that I couldn't even move from the couch to interrupt it. I just had to watch it through.
Yeah, that's
the thing. I just had to. Season 3 is just like, oh, well, I wonder what's gonna happen next. That was really interesting. And then they went into like that thing where the dude was like, oh, I'm gonna retire after today. And it's like, no, you can't retire.
No, you can't retire. We need you to keep going.
And then he still got screwed. He risked his life so much, and they were just like, oh yeah, you still gotta serve time for the shit that you said you were doing. It's like, come on.
The
security guy.
Oh,
they still made him serve time, so then he just
works as a motherfucking janitor. I thought the nigga just went into.
He was working like a car shop.
Was a car shop?
Yeah.
But he should save some of that money, bro.
You can't, cause they make you go. They made him go to another country.
I still would have.
And he was in like witness protection. Just was forced to go to another country on like some whack shit.
Hey, real nigga shit. I would have just fled. Fuck all the bullshit. It's always easy to just leave. Them niggas not gonna find you everywhere.
yes, they will. Yes, they will. That is the thing.
Man. This new season pretty good though. I think it takes place like either right at the end of the 70s and the beginning of the 80s or what, but like, nigga.
All right, don't spoil. Don't spoil.
Never mind. I'm gonna stop.
Motherfucking extreme blackface fishing. I'm not calling it what motherfucking Garen said me because I'm not even doing it.
The N-word fishing?
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's funny.
I'm not. No, what the hell? It only works on you if you're a fucking moron. That's the thing. If you're a moron, that's how it works. Because if you really look at it,
I mean, but come on, bro.
they all make themselves to either look like, from what I saw, is either they look like Kylie Jenner or a Kylie Jenner clone, or like a mixed person. But then, then if you go back like 2 years, then you can tell it's a white person.
But shit, if you got 1,000 photos, who finna go all the way? If this is what you got currently going right now, and this is like from 2 years ago, and you got photos that's longer than this, and you got like 2,000 photos, I'm not finna go through every. Wait, is this really a black person? Let me find out. No.
Here's the thing. For me, first of all, if you can't find a video of them being a black person, that's one thing. Two, I'm not falling for the IG baddie looking people at all. Like, I do not.
That's when people get you fucked up. Y'all be trying to fuck all these IG baddies and shit. And these hoes fake as fuck.
I do not subscribe to that shit at all. And three, just, if you don't want to look at their fucking one by one pictures, you can switch it to where it's like the grid and then just scroll through the grid, or you could just go on your computer and it just have it scroll all the way down. Like that's how I've looked at the celebrities, because it's just one continuous scroll until you get to their first picture. So if they start looking different and shit, then it's like, yeah, see.
I mean,
that shit wouldn't work on me.
But like, you know what I'm saying?
To me, I'd have to see like a high school picture. Where your high school pictures at?
I mean, but for the average nigga, like, you're not the average nigga. For the average nigga,
yeah, because apparently average people are just idiots.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about being average is.
That's not.
I mean, me personally, I didn't like none of them. I thought they was cute.
They weren't even that cute.
I thought it was cute, but it's just they look kind of too, like, even when you go back and look at their pictures now, like, you can see like they black is kind of off. They shouldn't be two-tone black. You feel me? Like, their arms would be dark, and it's not even that. Oh, that's discoloration. It's still kind of smooth. You feel me? Like, it's not. They're not entirely dark and they're not entirely light. It's like it transitions up from like, oh, this dark. Oh, up here is light. Like instantly light. It's just like they don't look. They just look off. So I was like, I never really got that.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah. You got a light skinned face, but you dark as shit. That don't work.
One chick was like, "Oh, these were taken in 2 different seasons and 2 different lights." Like, bitch, you like 14 shades different.
This one bitch was like, "Have you ever heard of it? Have you ever called it tan? So you got extra dark tan for what? You got an extra dark tan in Sweden for what?
Sweden.
Explain to me that shit. Explain to me how that shit work. That don't even make no fucking sense.
It's not like you JFK where you have like a literal disease that makes you tan.
Like, you know what I'm saying? No. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, you know what Sweden people look like. Them niggas is pale as shit. So you telling me that you just sat out in the Sweden sun one day and you caught one, or you went to the tanning parlor and you caught one real quick and it made you my color.
Also, I feel like like the thing is also like white people's excuse to use nigger in a word. So that's why they call it that.
Actually, black people started that.
Nah, I'm not hearing that shit.
Black people started that.
No, I'm not.
I know the person who started it.
I'm not hearing that shit.
Vince Staples said it.
Who the fuck is that?
He's a rapper.
Okay, I don't give a fuck. Oh, you said Vince Staples?
Yeah, Vince Staples.
I thought you said Ben Stable.
No, Vince Staples.
It just sound like a wrestler.
It does sound like a wrestler. Vince Staples.
So
we need to do wrestler names.
So motherfucking Papa Stan, man. Papa Stan died. Stanley died.
Oh.
It was what, 95?
95
or 96? He lived a long, and his wife was like 93.
Bro, he was out there. He was up there, bro.
The boy Stan,
and was still kicking too.
He was born 1922. 1922.
That nigga, that's what, 8 years before the Great Depression. 21 years after
literally saw 2 world wars.
Yes, bro. Back to back.
And shit. And then motherfucking made the largest, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, the largest comic book company ever, because DC is not getting the money that Marvel's getting.
Especially not now.
Yeah,
nobody paying for DC like that. If
That's,
anything, Disney probably paid DC for their cartoons, but they paid for their actual movie. But shit, they talking about Aquaman supposed to be the comeback kid, and then, you know, they got Wonder Woman next. DC just can't make live movies. I don't know why they can't make the most successful comic book team in history, and y'all can't make a live movie with these niggas. What are you talking about?
Well,
how has no one made a good Superman movie?
Well, they
or a well, I'm sorry, they had 2 good Batman movies. I ain't like the 3rd one.
Yeah, but it was successful. I would say that
successful. Up until that part where they said Robin. They called a nigga Tim. They said, "Oh boy, it was Robin."
I would say that DC kind of, I guess DC started it, having like all the Batmans and Supermans, but it's just like they tried to milk it too hard. Yeah, they tried to milk it too hard, and then they ruined it. And then it's like they had to make the comeback, but then they tried to be too smart, and then ruined it again.
Yeah,
it's like you had Superman, you had the Batmans. Nobody else had a decent movie.
Blade was decent.
That's Marvel.
Oh, you talking about?
I'm talking about DC.
DC, period.
It's like you had the Batmans and each Batman's
they
were
even
good.
they were doing Batman and Superman back
yeah,
to back.
And there's like 14 fucking Supermans.
Yeah, none of them hoes are that great. I mean, I guess the early versions are good if you depend on who you ask, but like
maybe only actually the first one, and then the other three are like people who like horror movies.
Superman Returns, I heard, was trash.
Superman Returns.
There you go.
I've
never seen it.
Don't remember what happened. I think he got shot or like stabbed. I think in Superman Returns he got like stabbed with a kryptonite spear or some shit. I have no idea what happened in that shit. That wasn't a good movie. Yeah, Stan Lee died. He basically built $1 billion company
that spans comic books,
TV
shows.
I got a hot take: Stan Lee over Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Boom.
I agree with you. Because he created all his people. He ain't help. He, like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't had no help creating Spider-Man. He created Spider-Man, one of the most iconic characters of all time. And the X-Men and Black Panther.
I think
was for the Black Panthers.
I don't think he was like the soul. I think it was just like other people, and he was like the created by writer editor Stan Lee and writer editor Steve Ditko. So people were work. He had a like. I mean, he was like I don't know, Phil Knight. I don't know. Did not think this one through early, you know. It was like he's
better than Steve Jobs.
You know what?
He's like Phil Knight. I don't fucking know.
Basically, he kept finding. You know, he was great. He was a great creator, and he was great with personnel. He kept finding people who had really good ideas.
Imagine somebody coming to Stan Lee is like, bro, we need to sell Marvel to Disney. After they was already doing pretty good in the movies and shit. Why? Just listen to me. I wonder who came with Stan Lee with the first thought of doing the movies. Was he at that time? Was he still in control of the company?
Who knows? Yep. He created Black Panther with Jack Kirby.
Mm-hmm. And that's before the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
And then they was like, we'll change it.
I think it was like it was either the same year or it was like a year before. I
think it was like either the same year or a few months before. I know it was before. And then the Black Panther started blowing up, and the nigga like, we should change the name. And it's like, okay. And then he's just like, nah, fuck that shit.
The Black Panther's name predates the October 1966 founding of the Black Panther Party, though not the Black Panther logo of the party's predecessor, the Lowndes County Freedom Organization, nor the segregated World War II Black Panthers Tank Battalion. Denied that the comic, which predates the political usage of the term, words that could have been named after any of the political uses of the term Black Panther, citing a strange coincidence. So he was like, you know what, this shit sound cool.
Fuck it.
Yeah, he probably said fuck it in the room.
Yeah. We should change it because the Black Panthers are getting a lot of bad press.
I'm like, nah.
Well, mate. And then he came back the next day. Nah, fuck that shit. Keep that shit the same.
Okay, I got my copyright.
Yeah, Black Power, motherfucker.
I'm writing this shit out.
I honestly believe he said Black Power and I want to believe he said that shit when it was
and the actual character was called that because he actually had a Black Panther companion. Yeah. So it's not like he was trying to make.
Oh, they didn't bring out the Black Panther in the movie. That sucks. I guess you can't.
They did. It was the ancestors were Panthers.
But I mean, but like they didn't have. I wanted him to have a companion now. I want him.
Well, that's not what the character has now.
I know, but I want him.
No,
I want to have a Black Panther. At least a callback.
Bro, they had enough CGI in them.
I know, right? Like they never get a real Black Panther.
They had enough CGI movie. They don't need to be trying to interact with a CGI with a CGI Panther.
Like when niggas was waiting for what's his face to get the little red Falcon and shit. The little Red Hawk. What's his nigga? What the Falcon? Anthony Mackie's character. Let's wait for him to get the little red Falcon that he has with him, and niggas is excited, and they find out it's a fucking drone. So like, nigga, animals are not in the budget, bro. Right, the most we'll do is a cat.
There's enough CGI going on. We don't need to.
Oh, remember Catwoman? Oh, that movie was terrible.
That movie was garbage.
It was awful.
So our eye power Stanley. Oh yeah. This story is wild. So a family in Ohio.
What is this?
They murdered an entire neighboring family over custody of a kid. They killed 8 people, including children, because one of the sons had a baby with one of the daughters of the other family. They were having like a custody battle, so they like did a whole plot to kill him and murdered 8 people. Like, they were like tracking how they move, where they sleep, what time, their whole schedule. And then went to Alaska to fucking
hide out and shit.
Yes.
You bitch ass niggas.
It's let's see.
They must not have no guns now. So he ain't finna catch me slipping. Will they shoot them and shit?
Small roof. Authorities obsessed over the case, and it's taken 2 years for them to solve the case.
Of course,
because they had to go over like several different states.
Of course, that's some white ass shit. You having a custody battle with somebody, and what you do? You fucking
and they were neighbors.
Murder people.
Forged like custody. Okay, one of the couple's sons, Edward Jake Wagner, has been charged with unlawful sexual conduct with a minor over contact with one of the victims, Hannah Mae Roden, when she was 15 and he was 20.
Wow, there you go.
It's just deeper.
So basically, they were trying to get the child so this nigga don't go to fucking jail.
I'm trying to read where they it was like the whole family was in on it. Like literally, like his brother, fucking neckbeard brother, and both his parents, including in addition to Hannah Mae Roden, 19, those slain included her parents, Christopher Roden Sr., 40, and Dana Roden, 37. And 2 of the divorced couple's other children, Clarence Frankie Roden, 20, and Christopher Roden, 16. Other victims were Christopher Sr.'s brother, Kenneth Roden, 44, Hannah Gilley, 20, who was engaged to Clarence Frankie Roden, and Gary Roden, 38, a cousin. So they also killed a 16-year-old.
Wow, all over a custody case.
Yeah, over the kid. That shit.
Now he not gonna have nobody.
Totally fucked up. And I remember it was on the news in the morning when I came down and shit. It was like what the fuck? Like what did you think you were gonna accomplish?
Who knows?
Fucking white people. White people are just a menace.
Niggas who weren't even involved in the shit. Yeah, over the house hanging out.
Yeah, and they said they killed the girl while she was sleeping in the bed with the baby.
They shoot her? What
they shot her. They just shot everybody. They like went to Alaska to look for like a fucking homemade silencer.
Wow.
Fucking just.
So this definitely premeditated. Nigga, we should bring back. Back.
They do the whole family schedule. That's beyond premeditated.
We should bring back hanging. I really think we should bring back like all this. Like we be letting prisoners get off easy with this. They have the death penalty, but the death is humane and it's not. Nah, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck humane, nigga. If you kill somebody, I wholeheartedly believe that you should die painfully. You shouldn't get a chance to just.
Oh, and it says 2 grandmothers in the suspects' families were also accused of trying to cover up the crime.
Oh, they got to go down too. Imagine a 20-year-old son coming to you talking about, I had a baby with the 15-year-old next door. Well, nigga, you going to jail. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Yeah, get ready to cut.
You done fucked up.
You better do some push-ups, my nigga.
You done
I'm turning you in.
Just turning you the fuck in.
Yeah, I'm turning you in, cuz. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You shouldn't be fucking with 15-year-olds in the first place.
All right.
Nasty ass.
I'm still wondering if I should get Spotify Premium.
Nah, I don't get that shit.
It's only what, $10 a month?
I don't get that shit.
But do they have all the music that I want, where I could just download it and then put it on my my iPod? Where like I can download the files and shit.
Not more than iTunes. I mean, if you got an iPod, you might as well get Apple Music.
No, I'm not getting Apple Music.
Why not?
Because when you buy the music, it's only leased, so they can just remove support and take shit from you.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
So you don't,
you find out you're trying to scam.
When I want music, I want the files so I can put them in a folder and shit.
Take them off your phone.
Put them hoes on a hard drive, and then put them on several hard drives.
Just pay $10 $10 a month to get a limited amounts of music. I don't know if they do. Let me know because I do that shit too. Allegedly,
unlimited skips. See, it says listen offline.
You can listen offline, but you can listen offline on your phone too.
Yeah, it's called illegally downloaded.
No, I mean like you can listen
illegally downloaded torrents. Right?
You can listen off. You can save music from Apple Music to your phone.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's the system. Download music and podcast. Premium. Download your favorite and podcast to the app so you can listen to them without an internet connection. So this might be only to the app also. Mm-hmm. I want them hoes on like my fucking files. Like Google Podcasts. That's what I had.
Some way because you can't have superficial because it takes up space on your phone.
That's why that's what I had when I went hunting on Thursday with my dad. I just downloaded like 5 podcasts and was just listening to them hoes while I was. So nigga, I fucking went hunting, and where we hunt at is my great cousin, my grandma's cousin's house.
Yeah.
And so like it's like an old house. Nobody actually like uses the house. It's like the one. It's like 5 siblings where they all have a bunch of land like next to each other, and then the one who is like the brother that lives next to it owns that share because the cousin lives in California, so he just takes care of it. So we, you can just use the house, but the house is like fucking 1920s and dilapidated, so we don't actually go in it, or we might die. So I was sitting on the back of that hoe with a feeder that was like 30 yards from it, so you didn't really have to like move around or like end up going near it and shit. And the thing was, like, the low that day was like 28. And like you can start shooting from sunrise. Yeah. 20 minutes before sunrise. So it's like 6. It's like 6:20. It was 6:30. It was like the time you could start. Yeah. But it was 28 degrees, so it was freezing. And I got on 2 pairs of socks, but I didn't have boots. I just had on sneakers. Yeah. I had 2 pairs of socks. I had on long tights, then I had full length tights and sweatpants and hunting pants. Damn. And I had on 2 layers, a hoodie, a hunting shirt, and a soft shirt on top of it. But so I wasn't like, actually it was still cold because it was fucking 28 degrees.
But it wasn't like freezing cold. Like you weren't bone chilling cold and shit.
It was bone chilling cold, but I was layered up. But as soon as I got out, I didn't have on my gloves, so my hands were immediately frozen. My hands were all fucked up, bro. And then as I was sitting, like my feet weren't, but as I was sitting back there, my feet just were. Died on you. I just felt like the cold creeping up my feet. It was so painful, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna finish this podcast, and I'm gonna check the time. I'm gonna finish this one, check the time. So then it's like a very narrow a very narrow range you can see from where because it's like trees on both sides, like a lane through. Yeah, a buck comes straight at me, like. Well, charged you? Not straight. Like he comes out the woods and then directly towards my direction. So I couldn't even move because he just kept looking at me. Like he'll look away, then look at me, then look at something, then look at me. So he just kept. So I couldn't even move. And I'm like, okay, no, he was just standing up, but he just kept looking at me, and I couldn't move. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait for him to like turn or to stop and start eating. The nigga just stayed facing directly at me, and he looked around, and he was like, fuck this, I'm out of here. Then he just turns right around and just leaves. It goes back. You
couldn't get a good shot up.
Couldn't even get a shot up. And I was like, nah, that's so weird. Like my heart, and it was like an 8 point, so it was like a good size one. Yeah. I was like, nah, ain't that some shit? And then later on, it was like a trail of does. It was 6 of them just went right to left straight across me. But like I was like, I saw the first one, I'm like, oh shit, okay, let's see what's going on. And it just goes, and I'm like, damn it. Then another one comes right behind me. I was like, okay, damn. And it's like, okay, here's two more. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna see. Hopefully they stop. And then it's like one goes, doesn't stop, and then another one goes. It's like, what the fuck? So I've seen 7 deer.
Yeah. As
my feet are frozen through the bone.
Yeah.
Couldn't even get a shot.
You should just.
The shit was so whack.
Oh, I guess you was too cold to like aim down on them and shit.
No, because it was such a narrow lane where you can see through, and it's just trees on both sides, and so they didn't even stop. They just went straight through.
So like, you couldn't even. The hole was too narrow for you to actually.
Yeah, but they didn't stop. They just kept moving. Like usually, you get a shot on deer, it's like they'll stop. You really don't shoot deer like on the move. So it's just like, what the fuck? Like I saw 7 deer that day and didn't get to shoot any of them. Like, ain't this some shit? And my feet were just and I was like, you know what? I'm done with this shit. It's too cold. I'm gonna get in the truck. I tried to get up, bro. I barely could walk because my feet were so cold. That shit was hurting.
Bro, that hand shit's so fucking real, nigga. Because we got this freezer at work, nigga, and they just put the brand new one in, right? So they trying to get it to run at normal temperatures, and nigga, I went in there the other day, bro. I bullshit you not. 5 minutes in that hole, my hands hurt so bad, bro. I felt like I had arthritis in my shit, nigga. I tried to put them in my hoodie and shit, nigga. That shit was not working, bro.
See, that happened to me. Like when it's like, oh shit, like my hands are really just frozen
so
solid.
Bad.
So I just
it's the worst pain ever.
So I was just sitting with them hoes between my
trying to get the most warm. Nigga.
My hands finally got warm, and then my feet were just steadily just getting colder and colder and colder. Like I could feel it, like a line of just ice cold freezing just creeping up and shit. I was like, man, this is really bad. As fuck. And then I think my dad had like took all the like heat packs and shit, wow. So he didn't leave any of them in the truck.
So you couldn't even just like warm your hands.
Yeah, I couldn't even like crack open one of them hoes and put them in my shoes, and that's it.
That's funny.
I was finally like, you know what? I'm in the truck now.
just done. Fuck,
let me know when you get here.
Tell me when it's winter time. Tell me when it's summer. I'll come hunting this summer. But I feel you.
That shit had me so just annoyed. It's like, bro, I saw six whole deer and couldn't even get shit. All right, back to me complaining about Hollywood and shit. I now dislike when white actors don't turn down racial roles and shit. Cause I listened to Culture Kings, and it was like a Syrian movie director, and she was talking about how like George Lucas and Spielberg were trying to make a movie about like a Syrian refugee, but then they were gonna have like Lena Dunham directed or some shit. And it's just like, what the fuck? They could just got an actual Syrian person. And then so she was like so mad, she was tweeting at Lena Dunham, and then Lena Dunham was like, you know what? I will donate 100% of the proceeds to whatever charity or whatever you want me to donate to. It's just like, what the fuck? That's not even the fucking point. Like you should just say no and get that hoe up, or you should have an actual Syrian person fucking actually do it. It's like
who the fuck?
It's like, why are you?
That's so weird. But you can't even be mad at the director, or you can, or the actors and stuff. But it's like these directors go specifically out of their way to seek these motherfucking actors, and that's the shit that blow my mind the most. It's like, oh, we got this movie about,
or it's like Scarlett Johansson. It was like, oh, she just turned down one movie, but like she still did Ghost in the Shell. It's like, fam, like, even
we wanted Scarlett Johansson to play Ghost in the Shell.
And it's like it was like they sought her out because they wanted the movie to sell, and shit, by having like the star power, but then it kind of ruins the movie because now we're like, look at this white woman playing a very for one, very Asian inspired character. They don't specifically say she's Asian in the show, but it's like, come on, fam, like the entire show is just Japanese future and shit. And two, you weren't even that good in the movie when it came out.
Good in the movie, dog. I still ain't seen that stupid shit.
I did, and it was not worth it.
But yeah, like when they had fucking when it had Ben Affleck play that FBI director. He was Hispanic. So they had put he was
what?
The FBI director was what was that? Fargo?
I have not seen Fargo.
Fargo, the dude who originally was in the story, the dude who was really a part of the story, like the true life events, was a Hispanic guy. He was a Hispanic FBI person or a CIA person or whatever.
Oh wow!
And they used Ben Affleck and they just gave him a little tint and changed his hair up a little bit to make him look Hispanic. I was like, you could have just got an Hispanic actor, and then they'd be like, "We don't understand why y'all so mad because niggas is tired of playing criminals and crooks and shit."
Yeah, and having
actual roles,
fucking fucking Hunger Games, fucking Katniss is not white.
Is olive. They said Katniss is olive. They gave some motherfucking, and you can't even tell me that. Oh, she would have been the better actor. She was nobody when the movie came out. Anybody know who the fuck? What's her name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Nobody knew who the fuck Jennifer Lawrence was when that movie came out. Nobody knew who the fuck she was. What the fuck? What are you talking about, bruh? She was a better actor. Jennifer Lawrence can't act for shit. Fuck that. Jennifer Lawrence can't act for shit.
I still don't understand what happens in that movie past the first one. In those movies past the first one.
Past the first one, who gives a fuck? Honestly, like I stopped caring. I don't know if it's an indictment of the books or the director, the producer, but the movie just went downhill. Even at the last movie, I was just like, "What the fuck is happening?" The whole time.
The last two movies are like, "Oh, Peter apparently wants to kill her and damn near choked her to death, and a lot of people died."
Bro,
that's what I got from the last two movies.
I was just like, "What am I watching?" I don't even know. It's so hard to even keep track of what I was watching. I just gave up. I was like, "Fuck this stupid shit."
Definitely will never watch
goofy ass movie.
Them shits again. I don't know who's a fan of. The only thing it did was like give us memes.
Basically,
that was the best thing. That's
the one perfect meme is I volunteer. I volunteer when you want to be thirsty.
That's the best.
That's it.
So yeah, I now dislike all those actors who don't turn. Like when they're remaking Hellboy, like one dude dropped out because he was like when he got the character, but then when he researched it, it's like, oh, this is an Asian person. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this.
It's probably Jordan Levitt.
You mean Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No, it wasn't him.
It wasn't him. He's white, but he always looks like he can play an Asian character. Or is he Asian? Is he mixed? I don't know. Let me not even say anything.
Gordon, he's definitely not Asian, but he's not bad.
No, I love Gordon-Levitt. I always think for some reason he's a kid from Dazed and Confused, but he's not.
That movie's older than him.
Yeah. I always think you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the movie, but he's from Third Rock from the Sun. You know,
it is him, huh?
Yeah, he's from Third Rock from the Sun. That's why I saw him first, because he's
I just realized
his thing was that he was like the highest commander of the actual like alien group, but they paid him the kids, so they would never listen to him.
Yeah.
What is his early life? Born in Los Angeles.
I didn't know Michael B. Jordan was in Hardball.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
His parents were among the founders of the Progressive Jewish Alliance.
Don't know what that is.
So I guess
he's
it's
Jewish.
Safe to say that he's Jewish.
Gordon Levitt, yeah. There's not an Asian name anywhere in that.
No, Negro.
Gordon Levitt.
Oh man,
that doesn't say Jew.
Jewish. This weird thing happens at work in the afternoons where I sit facing I sit facing like west southwest, so it's like west but it's west but it's further south than directly west.
Yeah.
So between like 4 and 5, the sun is like here to me, like to my 11 o'clock. But the way the blinds are on that window, like the sun will just peek right into like the seams of the blinds, or like the whole, and it just hits me directly in the eyes for like an hour. So then I like on Friday, I was just acting really weird because I kept trying to like shift my body to avoid the sun. But then I'll like end up going back to like neutral, and then the sun's hitting my eyes. I'm like, God damn it! Just like, so I'm just shifting around for like an hour,
trying to find a great position to not. be goddamn blinded. I hate that shit. When the sun does that peek through and it just be like that one hole.
Yeah, but it's like the one hole in the blind that the string goes through, and it's just perfectly hidden.
Perfectly, like, bro, when I be playing the game and the shit come through the window in my room, and it just be on the TV, and it's like there's no way that I can't get it off the TV. I just have to wait for a couple of hours for it to go the fuck away.
I just have to wait till 5 o'clock. I have to sit slouched the whole time, bro. Or I have to like completely shift 2 inches over and like move. Shit. I have to like move my keyboard and mouse and turn my screens and shit.
Yeah, no, I hate that shit.
That's just like, come on, bro. Y'all gotta do something.
Bro, I realize how much I hate daylight savings time, bro. You never realize the shit when you was a kid, but now, nigga, 5 o'clock, really? The sun go down at 5 o'clock?
It used to kill me in school because then it'll be like, goddamn, it's dark as shit. It's what, like 9:30? It's like, no, it's 6. It's 6 o'clock. Like, what the hell?
Bruh, fuck this shit. Nigga, I be so tired now. I be 4 o'clock, I start getting sleepy out of nowhere. I be like, nigga, it's only 4 o'clock. You look up, look outside. It's starting to get dark and shit. You're like, man, what the fuck? Oh, when I was bumming around, nigga, that shit used to be worse. I used to get up at like 12 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon, and have only like 3 hours to get shit done. Before it was like dark and I didn't want to do shit at all.
Well, yeah.
Oh man.
Well, that's the tally of the random shit that I think of while people are at work. You got anything?
I had some shit, bro, but like I said, nigga, when I saw the hoop swag before I saw episode 40 on the doc list, so all the shit I had prepared for the other shit, it went out my head. And all I was focused on was hoop swag. Gotta be good for basketball. I don't know shit about it, but I'm gonna learn everything I need to know about it today, right now. I was gonna come in here. Well, actually, his stats is his assist is 3.2 on average. So you might want to get better at basketball.
All right, go ahead, close us out.
All right. I really should have this shit memorized by now, but I don't. So bear with me. Boom. The sign off. If you like what you hear, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're available on Google Podcasts, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, and YouTube. If you want to reach us, hit us up on Twitter at Space City Bros, Instagram at Space City Brothers, like us on Facebook at Space City Bros Podcast, or email us at spacecitybros@gmail.com. If you want to support us more, think about donating to our Patreon at Space City Brothers. Anything else? No, we should end with an ODB story next time. I think that should be a great way. We should have at least one ODB story, podcast.
We need to start finding them, banking them up. Travis Scott just had Astroworld Fest here.
Yeah.
So I hope the people who went enjoyed themselves and had fun and a good experience. And it was like 80 degrees yesterday in the middle of this November.
I hate Houston weather, dog. Oh my God, I can't do this no more, bro.
I was so prepared to have it. Look, I had my pink coat out and shit. I was so prepared for it to be freezing.
Bro, me too,
it was
bro.
fucking 80 degrees.
Bro, like, nigga went from 38 degrees the other day, and it's like 70 something now, and tomorrow's gonna be like 50 something. Like, I can't do it no more, dog. Yeah. My body is so confused, bro. All these sensations is killing me, dog. Oh man, bro. Real talk, nigga, all facts. Look how I run it up. Look how I run it up. Look how I'm coming up. I wish you was one of us. See how that money come? Paper cut fingers from counting that money up. Praying emojis. The blessings keep coming. I know I can't have enough. Never on E. Took off on haters. There's no need to gas me up. I'm patting my lead. I'm too far ahead and there's no way you catching up.